Negotiating for yourself is one person, but when you have 700 people behind you all saying, no, we will not accept these working conditions, or we will not accept these wages. We deserve better and we demand better. It makes the voice that much stronger.
When you're pushed against the wall, the union's going to come out from behind the wall and say, your pushing days are over.
Where one person might get their foot in the door, a whole group can get in the office and sit.
It's just me against management. There's no way I will really win. But if it's me and I got all my shop with me and I got the union with me, then it's not just me anymore. We come as a whole.
People pay attention when you've got a strong voice.
It's when we stand together that we're able to tell an employer, we don't care how big you are, we don't care how much money you have, we don't care how powerful you think you are. You've met your match in the RWDSU.
For nearly 70 years, the Retail, Wholesale, and Department Store Union has remained committed to improving the wages, benefits, and working conditions for all members. From its early beginnings in New York City in the 1930s, the RWDSU has grown into a force for working people in the United States and Canada. From food processing plants to retail chains, from manufacturing to healthcare jobs among other industries, the RWDSU's presence has made a difference in the lives of working people and their families. Much has changed over the last 4 years. The war in Iraq continues. Working people in the U.S. and Canada are facing mounting pressure from the global economy. Right-wing politicians in both countries have sought to strip protections from working people and dismantle important government services. In an effort to build organizing strength, several unions, including the UFCW, left the AFL-CIO and formed Change to Win. In this environment, we understand that only by building our numbers will we have the strength to face a corporate culture driven only by greed.
Corporate America is so greedy anymore. I mean, it's never enough. They don't care if people have to work with low wages. They don't care if you can't feed your family. They don't care if your child's sick and you have no medical. They just don't care.
There used to be a social compact that when people went to work, that they'd be able to earn enough to support themselves and their families. That compact has disintegrated. Employers now feel that they should be able to get away with as much as they can, give as little as they have to. We see it in the disintegration of pension plans, we see it with health care under attack, and we see it with attacks on our living standards and benefits.
It's kind of depressing to expect more out of us when you turn on the paper and you see CEOs are getting, 10 times their bonus and all of that, plus they're cutting our jobs. When is enough enough?
RWDSU members throughout the U.S. and Canada experienced this hostility up close and personal as they were handed contract proposals that attempted to diminish their standards of living and healthcare plans. At Bloomingdale's department store in New York, Local 3 members were forced to take their protest to the public to protect the gains they had made in their contracts. In Massachusetts, Local 513 members who work at Pepsi were forced out on strike to protect their contract. Local 338 members employed at Duane Reade drugstores in New York City found themselves locked in a battle when their contract came up for negotiation in 2001.
We did not get any raise. We had no proper medical benefits.
We were told that we didn't have a union, and they changed our insurance. I have 3 kids. I was very concerned.
As the struggle continued on and escalated, months turned to years, and through it all, Local 338 members refused to be intimidated and refused to back down.
It was a very long, hard struggle.
But after 5 years of struggle, Duane Reade workers finally won a fair contract.
The new contract is great, great.
Yes, things are much better now. Because of our union, the insurance is better and the wages. They fought very hard for us.
We kept the faith and we won the battle.
Members faced similar struggles throughout the union. Local 87 members working at the Vlasic Pickle plant in Imlay City, Michigan, were having similar difficulties negotiating a fair contract. But the workers never expected how bad things would get.
This is ABC 12 News. This morning, when Vlasic's first shift arrived at the Imlay City plant, they found themselves locked out.
Hundreds of employees in a pickle after showing up for work this morning and finding themselves locked out.
Kind of hard to walk in front of a company that you have worked for 16 years. You can't walk on the property, you know, you treat it just like you never worked here before, just like stranger, you know.
When you give your heart and soul to a company and they do that to you, it makes you better. I mean, that's like your mom and dad. You go out to Sunday dinner and they slam the door and say, I don't want to see you anymore. What do you do?
Vlasic's seasonal workers, most of whom came from Mexico and desperately needed the work and income, had much to lose, and Vlasic gave them a choice: cross the line and keep your job, or take your chances.
Well, I think the company felt that the seasonal workers would go back inside that plant and not sacrifice the wages that they were sacrificing. And they knew if that happened, then they would be able to successfully defeat the main workforce in that plant. What the company found out is that the union stands together.